explained. So in this video we'll be doing from question number 14 to question number 16 of motion in one dimension, exercise 2A. The previous questions of this exercise has been done and the link for them will be there in the description. Do check them out if you have not seen them by now. So without any further delay, let's start with it. A car moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second, the brakes are applied to retard it at the rate of 2 meter per second square. So what is given here, as we can see, is the car was moving with a velocity of 20 meter per second, and then the driver applies the brakes and it retards at a rate of 2 meter per second square. We need to find the velocity after 5 seconds of applying the brakes. So time is given as 5 seconds. We need to find the final velocity. Initial velocity here is given as 20 meter per second. Retardation is given as 2 meter per second square. So I will take acceleration to be minus 2 meter per second square. So initial velocity is 20 meter per second. Acceleration is minus 2 meter per second square because it is slowing down, so I have taken a negative sign. Time is 5 seconds. We need to find the final velocity. So we can use straight away v is equal to u plus at. So u is 20 plus a is minus 2 into t is 5. So we get it as 10 meter per second. That means after 5 seconds of applying brake, the velocity which the car reaches is 10 meter per second. Coming to question number 15 of exercise 2A, motion in one dimension, ICSE 9th. A bicycle initially moving with a velocity 5 meter per second. So this is given as initial velocity. It was moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second. Accelerates for 5 seconds. So accelerates for 5 seconds means it is increasing its speed for 5 seconds. So time is given as 5 seconds at a rate of 2 meter per second square. So this is the value of acceleration. So acceleration is 2 meter per second square. What will be its final velocity? So we need to find the value of v. So initial velocity is taken as 5 meter per second. Time is taken as 5 seconds. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So I use v is equal to u plus at. So I get it as u is 5 plus a into t is 2 into 5. So I get it as 5 plus 10, so that is 15 meter per second. So final velocity reached will be 15 meter per second. Coming into question number 16, exercise explained, motion in one dimension, exercise 2A. A car is moving in a straight line with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour. So it is moving with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour. So this would be taken as initial velocity. So initial velocity will be 18 kilometers per hour. It is stopped in 5 seconds. So when it is given in the question, it is stopped. That means that final velocity will be 0. So final velocity is going to be 0. The time taken for it to stop is 5 seconds. We need to find the speed of the car in meter per second. So as we already know from the first few questions of this exercise, that when we are converting kilometer per hour to meter per second, we multiply by 5 by 18. So I multiply 18 kilometer per hour into 5 by 18. 18 and 18 cancels, we get it as 5 meter per second. Now since it is stopped, final velocity is 0. Time taken to stop is given as 5 seconds. We need to find retardation. So I'll be using the acceleration formula. So A is equal to v minus u by t, that is final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So final velocity is 0 minus initial velocity is 5 divided by time is 5. So I get minus 5 by 5, which is nothing but minus 1 meter per second square. So since acceleration is minus 1 meter per second square, retardation will be 1 meter per second square. We will not be writing the minus sign in case of retardation. Now the third point of the question has asked speed of the car after 2 seconds of applying the brakes. Now we already know that after applying the brakes in 5 seconds the vehicle stops. But here what the question has asked is after applying the brake in 2 seconds what will be the final velocity. So we can use v is equal to u plus at where t will be taken as 2 seconds. So u is 5 meter per second as we found out here, 5 meter per second, plus a is minus 1 into t is 2. So we get it as 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is nothing but 3 meter per second. I hope you guys have liked the video. This completes exercise 2A. The link to rest of the videos will be there in the description. Do share it with your friends and consider subscribing to the channel. Dhanyavad.